Hello, dear friend, and welcome to my first wisdom walk, spiritual love. And I want to take you with me on a short walk here in the southwest of England. It's autumn, so it's quite bright, still quite warm. Spiritual love. It's necessary to first broach the subject of what love really is. It certainly isn't a physical attachment. In fact, there is nothing in the physical world, whether it be for another person, for a spouse or a child, for an object or anything. These are all actually vanities. They pertain to the self. They don't represent love in the sense that we speak in the spiritual terms. Love is spoken of at length by all the great masters of all great traditions, and yet to us at our level it is as if they're trying to describe to us something beyond us, and yet it's repeated over and over again. To love the other as thyself is the first great gateway which all the traditions speak of, and which, when attained, leads to the great highway, to the great road. This love is a burning passion which overthrows the self, overthrows the selfish ego completely. It disregards the lower order of man and takes up the position to unify with the great power of life. Indeed, a fitting term would be to align oneself with nature. So consider our current position. Everything we see, smell, touch, taste and hear is processed. It's always judged with regard to what pleasure it brings, what pain it brings, what you like, what you dislike, what you aspire to attain, what you aspire to avoid, etc. And we live in a very flat, one-dimensional world, eternally chasing that which satiates and brings us pleasure, and avoiding that which doesn't satiate, leaves us empty and brings us pain. And this annexes us from the truth of reality, that the natural laws and the natural world is beyond comprehension from this standpoint. The self must be dissolved and reunited back with the great power that is. This love must be so strong, it must be cultivated. It must include all things. There is nothing too vile that can't be loved. There is nothing that love cannot cover. This is the truth. And even though it's difficult for us to describe and to understand and to talk about, it's rather like trying to explain to somebody a beautiful painting, somebody who's not even got an idea of what paint looks like or a paintbrush. And yet, this is the great road humanity is on, the overcoming of the self and the reuniting again as a whole. This is a world beyond us, and I don't mean another planet or anything of that sort, because everything exists now. It's just from the selfish perspective of the individual, we only see a fraction of the truth. In fact, it's arguable that we see anything at all, because everything has been processed, everything has been checked and reconciled, and everything has been sorted from the standpoint of the selfish ego. This battle, this overcoming, this striving to overcome the self, to reunite with nature and everybody, must be so strong that it blots out the world completely. And when I say the world, I mean the physical sensory perceptions we have, and whether we like or dislike, etc. I'll quote you now some quotes from the masters who have gone before. They all speak at profound length to us about love, and yet it's so misunderstood. It's not a physical love they're speaking of. And when you understand that they are trying to explain to us this burning power and passion that each of us must cultivate, not for self, then you come to realize how difficult it is. In fact, our words are too wooden. Our logic is too concrete. And when the mind thinks of it, it's even beyond imagination. And yet for the great masters who went ahead, they've left signposts by way of their writings, their art, their allegories and tales. And you'll see and hear of it often. And we just dismiss it and say, oh, it's another fantastical story. But they are actually describing to us a truth. I'll quote you now what some of the masters have put. Only a few quotes. As above, so below. As within, so is without. As to the whole universe, as to the individual. Another said, love is the bridge between you and everything. Another quote, someday, after measuring the winds and measuring the waves, the tides and gravity, we shall harness the eternal power of love. And then, for a second time in history of this world, man will discover the true fire of life. So next time you hear of a quote, or you see a moving painting, or a particular piece of literature which speaks of love for the other, it's beyond comprehension. Let it flow. Aspire to love the other. From very humble beginnings can come great results. This is a work of ages, and it is indeed the work that humanity must undertake to overcome the dreadful situation we are in, where each is pitted in an eternal battle with one another and with nature itself, resulting in terrible consequences. This revelation of this burning love must be so strong and so powerful. It must be cultivated and yearned for and worked for, that in the end the self is dissolved and shall become that which we want in our heart of hearts. To love this world in truth, not to take from it. So I'll leave you here, dear friend. As always, it's been a pleasure that you're with me. This is the first of my wisdom walks. I'm issuing more, so please like and subscribe. The links are below for the other videos as I release them. If you subscribe, you'll get notifications. And also don't forget to share these videos with your friends. And please persevere and heed what the great ones have said. So fantastic you're with me, and I look forward to speaking again in my next video, which will be released shortly. So bye for now from the southwest of England, and love to you.